Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry to hold you up. I'm joined, of course, by our Finance Director, Rob DeBow. We have a update announcement. I'd characterize this announcement this afternoon. You know that in July, we announced that for the first time, Philadelphia homeowners will be eligible for a homestead exemption, just like every other county in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The Philadelphia Homestead Exemption offers real estate tax relief to individuals who own a primary residence in the city by reducing the taxable portion of their property assessment by $30,000. That means if your home is assessed at a value of $100,000 and you receive a $30,000 homestead exemption, you will only pay taxes based on the assessed value of $70,000. The homestead exemption will not be in effect for tax year 2013. However, if you submit the application and are approved, you will be enrolled in the program for tax year 2014, when the actual value initiative is expected to take effect. Yesterday, we began mailing homestead exemption applications. These applications are pre-populated with some of the basic property information for each property owner and have been sent to nearly 500,000 property owners all across the city. If you submit the homestead exemption by November 15th, 2012, the exemption will be noted on your 2014 tax assessment change notice. The change notices will be mailed in February 2013. We want the application process to be simple to complete because we want every eligible property owner in Philadelphia to receive these tax savings. When you receive your application in the mail, all you need to do is answer a few questions, sign and date the form, and mail it back in a pre-printed envelope or bring it to a Dropbox location. You can also fill out the application online by visiting www.opa.phila.gov. One more time, www.opa.phila.gov. This is a one-time application, and unless you move or the deed to your house changes. If you already filled out the homestead exemption from earlier this year, you do not need to file again. So if you filled this out once before, earlier this year, you do not need to fill out another one. If you are a homeowner in Philadelphia, a property owner in Philadelphia, you should apply for the homestead exemption, no matter your age or income. Condominium and co-op owners are also eligible. If you have any questions about the homestead exemption, you can call the hotline at 215-686-9200, or you can log on to, again, www.phila.gov/OPA for more information. We'll be glad to take any questions, but I really do want to reemphasize. If you filled out this application once already, even though we had some challenges earlier in the year and for a while, I guess, stopped the program, if you filled it out and send it in, you do not need to fill out another one. Secondly, when you get it in the mail, open it quickly, fill it out quickly, mail it back quickly. These are savings that virtually certainly all of our primary residents, property owners, are eligible for, and it's a wonderful opportunity to literally save some money. So, with that, I'd be glad to try to answer any questions that you might have. And this is the new brochure, and this is certainly looks very similar to what you may have seen before. Obviously, there were some changes, and we had to update it, but it is a fantastic brochure filled with a great amount of information, easy to read, easy to understand, and that's what you're going to be getting, and a number of other pieces. It's a letter from me, and the form, and a pre-printed, already addressed envelope. That's it. Any questions?
They're going to be confusing to people since it doesn't really kick in for about a year that they're getting these homestead exemption forms now?
We're going to do our best, obviously, to cut down on any level of confusion. Of course, you could help us with that by being as clear in your recitation about it. But as you saw, I kind of walked you through. There are some timing issues here, so let me go back through that. You need to submit your homestead application by November 15th, 2012. The exemption will then be noted on your 2014 tax assessment change notices, and those notices will go out in February of 2013. So there are some timing issues here. The applications, the forms, and everything else that folks will get, we'll do our best to make sure that they're clear, make sure that they have the information on them to minimize confusion. But if someone has a question, of course, they can call a hotline, 215-686-9200. The most important thing right now, there should be no confusion about, fill out the application and send it back. It's the simplest thing that anyone can do related to homestead exemption.
One clarification, I'm sorry. Is it true that the only reason you want it done now is it so it can be printed on their forms for next year? Because isn't the deadline next June? True deadline?
So the true deadline is in July, but if you want it, and we need to do the calculations and we want it to be taken into consideration for the notices that we send out in February, which is why we want folks to fill it out now. You're going to get them now, fill it out now, before it gets slid under 2 tons of mail that you'll probably get from any number of folks over the course of the next 6 months. You're going to get it this week, just fill it out this week, or go online and take care of it. It's one less thing to worry about, and then it will be calculated into your notice that you'll get in February of next year. That's the timing issue.
And this is a one-time fill out for the life of your ownership, correct?
As long as you own the property, yes. One time. And if you already filled it out, you don't need to do it again.
Rob, do we have any idea of how many people have already filled out this form?
You just shout it out.
A little over 70,000. Yeah, a little over 70,000 people have submitted their forms already.
And those people do not have to do it again?
They do not have to do it again. We already have their applications.
If you filled it out already, you don't need to do one again.
Okay. 70,000 people have filled out the applications, and they do not need to apply again. Is that what you want? Okay.
Yeah. This is for a massive.
We'll keep trying.
Yeah, it's a massive movie that he's putting together. Homestead Exemption program. It's going to be a short in Sundance. Yes. Well, they're going to get that notice in the mail. I believe, and the folks had given me one earlier and I gave it back, I think there are literally like 5 boxes on the form, some of which may already have some of the information printed. This is one of the simplest applications you're ever going to see. Sign it, put it in an envelope that already is pre-addressed, drop it in the mail. Yeah. And Toby, knowing your commitment in your community, I expect that you will spend the rest of the summer into the fall helping every senior citizen on your block to fill out their form. And I'm going to check to see whether or not those seniors have sent in their form. And if they have not, I'm going to ask Sergeant Walton to come and pick you up. Any other questions? It'll probably be your last question for a while. Thank you very much. Get the form, fill it out, send it in, save money. That's what we got.